So in the 80s, you know, everyone that didn't make video games wanted to make video games. Even like, I think that was the people that made Puppy Chow wanted to make a video game. So everybody wanted to get on the act. So they basically programmed the worst possible thing ever because they just wanted it on the shelf. And people finally got fed up of, you know, with all these bad games out there, so they didn't buy them. But I had no idea that there was a huge crash going on.
And then there was sort of like a little gap where after the crash in '83, '84, there really wasn't much going on, and then Nintendo came out.
Now you're playing with power.
The NES was, you know, it was a whole different thing. We had a lot of icon characters like Mario and Zelda games.
It's The Legend of Zelda, and it's really rad. Those creatures from Ganon are pretty bad.
You know, I played a hell of a lot of Super Mario Brothers. I think, you know, that actually, people forget that was actually a game that you could play in the arcade. So we played that at the local 7-Eleven every day after school. We loved Super Mario Brothers.
So it was again, like a whole different little generation built into the, you know, '86 through the rest of the years.
It was the most popular era for video games, in my opinion, and that's where all the stereotypes were kind of formed and haven't really broken out since. So thanks, 80s! I
remember playing Maze Craze on the Atari 2600. We played that thing for hours. I think I was like maybe the earliest multiplayer gaming, but boy, we played the hell out of that.
So for me, in the 80s, the game that I think of is definitely Bionic Commando. I think that was the game where I kind of felt like I became a true gamer.
For me, I associate Miss Pac-Man with the 80s.
It's got to be Pitfall for me. That was one of the first games that I really religiously played on my Atari 2600.
I played a lot of DOS games. They don't really have names that would show up in any sort of database anywhere. I played games like Zero and maybe Cavern. I mean, these were very, very simple games, and that's probably what I most associate with the 80s.
It became more of a mass market thing, a broader audience.